Hey everybody, DayTraderRockStar here. An updated video going into Tuesday, right? Today was Monday. Start off the day, all-time highs in both the NASDAQ and the S&P again. Incredible strength coming off of a pullback over the last week. We kind of had a little scare in the market. But I've been, we've put out the HPS watch list, and I was kind of showing the divergences because I came into this week really wanting to focus on the MES. And out of the gate today, we shot out of the gate, and we never really looked back. So I want to just kind of discuss that. And this is actually today's, what's going on there? This is today's chart. So you can see the big pop and then just a rally up here. And very dangerous to try to short into this. And in some cases, you can't, you don't want to. We're looking for certain setups. I'm looking for those divergences. On Friday, Thursday, and Friday of last week, I was able to point out some fantastic divergences. This was one with a reversal candle, plus a trend line. Here you can see this big, large what I call 1, 2, 3 channel. We broke down through it. This is something that happens with news. Once we break back up above it, we look for the retest of the channel. In this case, the retest came along with that divergence, also came along with a reversal candle. These are the setups that really make you money, and that's what you have to be in front of the screen for, get the alerts for. So this is very important. These are the ones I don't want to miss. 5-minute divergences on the cash translates to good money trading the MES, ES, or any other thing, any other index traded funds. Any way you want to trade it, options, but the object is to know when to get in. So this is a nice 5-minute divergence. We had another 5-minute divergence here with a little reversal candle and a nice move up, and then we had another one right here. And at the end of the day, we popped up. Now Monday, today, no divergences, no setups like that at all, and that's why I didn't really take any of these setups. And that's the important thing. The important thing is not to force yourself into trading a style that you don't want to. Obviously we know what to look for, and if it shows up, that's what we take. But if it doesn't show up, very hard to short a market like this. You can get run over very easily, and that's it. So not much to go on the MES. Tomorrow is really going to be the start of the type of this. I don't even know what I'm calling it a webinar, because we're going to do some work. We're going to do some hands-on, real focus on the MES. But today was very difficult to do that because of the aggressive nature of the market. And if you were long, you just stayed long, it would have been the best bet. And that's not really trading for us. But I want to also touch base on a couple stocks that I like going forward. Now, again, tomorrow, if you're getting this video, we're broadcasting live every single day since 2007, the largest community, the longest running internet show, trading the markets every single day at DayTradingRadio.com. So you can head over there, you can check out the show. We have a live stream of it. I get in, it's running around the clock 24/7, like the futures are up now. But I get in there about 7:30, 8 o'clock. We start going over the news, pre-market movers, and everything else that a trader does. Full-time traders. We have a great community of traders in our chat rooms, and we do a lot of trading in the morning. That's when our poppers usually happen, our news items, and I'm always excited for that. So I'm going to go into a couple setups going into this week, just to kind of get us ready for tomorrow. I sent out the HPS watch list for this week. There were 2 new ones. The HPS watch list is a special watch list that goes out and outlines all our trades that are going to be taken throughout the week if the scenarios and the criteria is set up. There's a couple good ones. I'm not in front of my office. I'm not in the office right now, so I got to remember what Ultra Clean Holdings. Started position in this one today, and again you can see the reason why. This is what we call a 1, 2, 3 channel and a retracement down to the channel. Now this was on Friday. This is, of course, and Friday probably was the best place to get in on this. That's the bottom. You always want to buy into that weakness, buy into those lows on the trend line. If you could do that, meaning it's not the easiest thing in the world to do, but pretend here's Friday. And the market opens up and it's selling off, you got to buy into that weakness as you get down to the lower trend line. The odds are of a reversal, and a reversal could really, and then look what happened. It just took off. And again, we got in today somewhere around 41. I was watching, and I said, you know what? I'm going to get in this one, so picked up some shares on this. I'm just looking for a rebound up. Now, that's typical of HPS setup that we're in, and there's a lot of other ones on the HPS watch site. And again, if you head over to Day Trading Radio, you can actually click on the there's a link there that'll give you 10 days access, and you get to see the watch list, you get to test out the dashboard, all our indicators, everything that comes along with Day Trading Radio. You get to do that and use that for the 10-day trial. So the next stock we're going to be looking at here is Avalon Bay, AVB. A really great setup here. It's classic flag divergence. Avalon Bay is one of those stocks that you could just probably get in on a pullback like this, divergence, and eventually get. Now, a lot of these stocks are very expensive, and sometimes new traders come in there and they say, "Oh, I'm not buying something $230 a share." Well, relatively speaking, we have to look at stocks that are showing good strength, and that's where money goes. That's why stocks are expensive. That's why Google's, going to be a $3,000 stock very soon. And it had a nice pop today. It's actually pulled back, but it had a nice pop. Is that a topping candle on Google? We'll find out soon enough. All right, so I wanted to break down this one. This is the one I wanted to kind of key in on. It's a low price one. You know I'm in it. I think a lot of people at the site are in it. It is called ITI, Terrace, and they do traffic monitoring equipment, and there's all kind of cool stuff for this one. I want to break it down for you right now. All right, let's start off by taking a look at the chart, ITI. A basic look at the chart. I've been in this for a while. I think we noticed it back here. I have to look back look at my records here to see exactly where we are. I'm at the home office right now. I have all that stuff at the trading office. But as you can see, it's been a couple tests. We got up to that $7.75 to $8 level, and it's come back down, and it pushed back up, and it came back down. We made another little pop, and another pop. That was the latest pop up here. Got up to about $7.75. And at that point, definitely thought we could get a pop through that. And if we got a pop through that, if we zoom out here, you can see that pretty much this is the highs. Now, I could probably go out on the weekly and see there was some history back here during the tech bubble where this stock, traded. But overall, this is the pattern we're looking at. It's a large, just retest of the recent highs going back 2017, 2018. We came back up here now. And we take a look at it, 2021, and this is today's year. So now if we take a look at the daily, we're following this pullback. Test the 8, we'll call it the 8 area, test it once, test it twice, 3 times, 4 times, and now the market has kind of pulled back. We have a rise in trend line, which was nice. I said, all right, this is a good trend line. We want to see this hold. But the market dropped at this point. If we do an overlay at the market, we go out to last week, we can see that the market here dropped pretty aggressively. 2 big down days. Everything got sucked down with it. And so stocks that, again, look at 4 or 5 days ago right here. Stocks that were trading got sucked down too. And if they were on support lines, they usually broke down through support lines, being the trend line. And because we know the technique called the trapdoor trend line, where there's an underlying channel underneath us, that's where we want to buy that area. So we got down to that level. This ends up being a great setup here. Now, what I like about this is I specialize in what we call flatline poppers, low price stocks that have a quality business, that make money, that have a product. It's not a scam. It's just not an internet meme stock. This one actually has products, and usually, in the chart it's telling you, hey, it's $5. It's not a penny stock. It's not a micro penny. It's up there, but it's a decent price. It's a $4 stock. The interesting thing is when this thing gets popped, it gets a contract, and the contract shows up on the volume bar here. You can see a big volume spike there, and a nice pop up to that $7.75, $8. Another volume spike here, but that was a downward volume spike. But another green volume spike here, got up pretty good, 7 and change, and then another volume spike brought us back up to $7.75. And each one of these volume spikes were usually a news item or a contract that they do. And I want to talk about the company in a second. Then another one tested again, and then the recent one was in mid-June. We pushed right back up there again. Now, take a look. We've been getting these kind of releases, contracts, whatever you want to call them, on average once a month. We kind of skipped some area here since 2021. And each time we got a little pop. And we had now gone through about 2 months now with no pop. So I think we got a pop coming on volume. I think that volume spike is going to break us out of this, break us back into this, and back into that $7 range up here. Depending on what the news is and momentum, this could easily get going and take out 8. My overall target on this, I think I have some orders in to take it off at 10, 12, and possibly even it goes higher. So do the math. 10 or 12, that's a 100% move. That's a double right there. So I love the stock down here. Take a look at the website. The float is about 30 million shares. And they'd start. What's the key word here? Mobility infrastructure. Now, right now, there's an infrastructure bill on the table that they're planning on. It's going to, improve infrastructure. How does this play? Well, this is infrastructure stock for traffic. They do all kinds of traffic monitoring, intersections, cameras, safety solution, red light running. Just everything for traffic. Vehicle safety solutions, cameras. And this is the modern way. And you can see the different things that they have going on here: performance, smart mobility platform, services. This is services here. News and events. Let's take a look at the press releases. I'll go into this a little bit more, and you'll see the contracts. So that last contract was August 17th. Eastern U.S. expansion with Delaware Valley Regional Planning Commission contract for traffic signal timing program. They do all data for safety more efficient. They reported. Actually, here's their earnings recently, and we'll talk about a little bit about that too. During the first quarter, company sales actually. Let me go into the more. Record total revenue up 22% year over year. Record total ending backlog of 79 million, up 18% year over year. Management commentary. This is where you really want to look at here. We're pleased with our strong financial results for the period ending June 30th and excited about the market's response to our clear mobility platform. Our end market is vibrant due to the need for cities and states to modernize their aging mobility infrastructure and for various industries to better understand the infrastructure they use. Given we enter the second quarter of fiscal 22 with record total ending backlog and with a robust product roadmap, we expect to continue to gain share in a highly fragmented smart mobility infrastructure management market. All right. I think they go on a little, and I think he makes a mention. I was reading somewhere that they could get money from the infrastructure deal, but that needs to be seen. Yeah, that's it. I don't think I read it on here. I think I went deeper. I did a deeper dive into the earnings at an earlier time. But overall, this section right here, is commentary, is really nice. They're very bullish on this company. Their own, management here, making some really nice comments. So that's the one I'm really liking, and we, technically speaking, chart-wise, it's a perfect setup. I think, once you get another contract, we'll get some volume behind this. We break through this downward trend line. We push back in. Eventually, we're going to take out the 775. I think this is a double. This is one of the few stocks I'm really, really bullish on. A little disappointed that it broke down through the trend line, But that happens with a bad, with a little flush in the market. A lot of things kind of just took a further step down, and that ends up being an opportunity. So that is a good one going forward. Timing is uncertain, but it will happen. I'm pretty comfortable with that. It will happen. Just like most of the flatline poppers we get into happen. I did a scan here. It's my new project scan that I work on using the TC2000 platform. And this is a criteria. It does a scan of all the S&P 500 stocks I put in there. It does a scan and gives me back my results. And these are typically divergences with reversal candles. So let's see what we could see here. So applied material. You can see the nice reversal. Takes out the lows, closes on the highs. That candle has actually been turning up probably since Friday. That's why we're getting that setup on there. Micron, same thing. Huge candle, looking really good. I think these have some nice follow through on them. That's a really nice lower trend line. All of these coming down off the lower trend lines. All of these bouncing. So that's actually Western Union's. Micron is this one. Look at it. It's WU and MU. It's kind of weird. Here's Micron. Same thing. Took out the lows. We're looking for something that takes out the lows, close on the highs. And the stochastics are set up. So all these are primed to get some follow through. Look at the beautiful divergence back on this one too that we identified. This is a much higher move, higher. And again, as with divergences, we're traders. This is not something we're going to get into Micron and take it off in a couple of years. We're looking for a move. Whenever we have a divergence, based off the time frame, if we're looking at a daily swing trade is like a medium hold. I usually say, a day trade's under a day period. A swing trade, a position trade, a long-term trade. Swing trades are usually, in my definition, 2 to 7 days. Anything more than a day, you're kind of swinging it. But give it, I talk a lot about the 5 to 7 day move when you have a stochastic rotation and you're going from oversold to overbought, and we usually get that 7 days of upside going from oversold to overbought. 5 to 7 days is usually what we capture on that. So on a daily, you have maybe just starting off here, maybe you have 5 to 7 days of upside. On the 1 minute time frame or a 5 minute time frame, we have that same setup here. We could be looking also at a 5 to 7 candles, which, one candle equals 5 minutes. So if you had 5 of those, that would be 25 minutes being in the trade versus 5 days being in the trade. But as you can see, a lot of these are setting up. Even Amazon, where's my Amazon here? There's Amazon, gave us a great candle today. Markets are all-time highs today. Visa, and that's a nice divergence also. Moody's Corporation, not interested. IBM, kind of interested. And you see these candles, these big long tails. That's sometimes an issue with the TC2000 chart, so I don't put a lot into that candle. Like, this is not a real candle. This stock didn't come down from, drop that much. Also, you want to be part of, get on that list. So if this ITI starts to go, you want to be part of it. Lots of times these stocks move, early in the morning or after hours. You got to be part of that. If you're not up at 7 o'clock, sometimes 4 o'clock in the morning when these things really take off, you kind of miss out on it. There's a couple other ones that we're waiting for tomorrow. DATS, very interesting. DATS chats. Wouldn't hold on to this one that long, but it is moving up really aggressive. I'm probably going to see a gap up this tomorrow on this one too. And remember, the markets, believe it or not, the stocks open up. Most stocks open up for trading at 4 in the morning. Not everyone has the ability to trade that early. I think that's one of the most important things to find when you're picking a broker, is to have that pre-market, after post-market ability to trade. Some of them don't open, like I don't know, I couldn't quote you the times on all of them, but Interactive Brokers, I use that. That lets you trade at 4 in the morning. But maybe like Robinhood doesn't open up until maybe 7 or something like that, or even Ameritrade or Thinkorswim. These also have later opens, so they miss. If you had a stock, and so many times we'll watch a pre-market stock pop, and it would just come right back down, from the morning pop, and by the time you're in there looking at your stocks, it was at $10 and now it's back at $4. Imagine that. Just imagine running into that. So that's so important. It's number one on a lot of on my list, because a lot of the big money is made by the lighter volume, unorganized pre-market wild west type of trading, where there isn't no halts or anything, and you could really get these really extended big moves just based on momentum. But you got to be part of that. And you got to be part of a group, a chat room that has the abilities to bring you these moves. So, like I said, try out Day Trading Radio. We'll see you in the markets tomorrow. I'll be focused on the MES a lot more. We'll be looking for that 5-minute divergence, and also dealing with other stocks and stuff. All right, so I'll see you guys in the market. DJ Johnny Silver, Day Trader Rockstar, signing off. DayTradingRadio.com.